What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today I'm excited as always to be taking a look at the brand new Jada Toys Street Fighter 2's Wave 3, I guess Wave 3. Wave 3's Cammy, Guile, and Dee Jay. What can I say about this line that already hasn't been said by anybody else ever who has played with or reviewed these things? But to each his own. Everybody's got their own opinions, but mine are probably going to fall in line with what everybody else is saying. There's the barcodes for them. If you're interested, I got mine off of Big Edie Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah, and I'm super excited. These guys look great. The packaging is fantastic as always. And the fact that we know we're getting this whole roster, I can't wait. I cannot wait to get that display built. So with that being said, without further ado, let's go ahead and break these arcade boxes open. So, taking these fighters out of the packaging. Should have posed Dee Jay a little bit better. I gotta say, they're pretty awesome. I mean, it's expected at this point. Though, I will say I have more problems with these guys than I have with figures in the past. Which I'm not happy to say, but it is the reality of it. So we'll go ahead and start with probably my least favorite one in the whole series, Cammy. I just feel like compared to what we've gotten before, she's not as up to par as everybody else. But that being said, she's still better than almost every Marvel Legend that we get these days and is still a really, really good figure for the price point. It's just, you know, there's still going to be a bottom to a, you know, great line. Like, that's just how it goes. And for me, I think she's my least favorite thus far. And I think the reason for that being is she lacks a lot of articulation that the rest of the characters have. And the plastic that they use for her, at least on mine, feels different from everybody else's. These guys have like a feel to them. It's almost like I don't want to say soft, but like there's a feel. And she just feels different. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a little odd. So one thing I will say is I think the head sculpts turned out fantastic. Really, really like it. You get the nice blonde hair. There is some paint in there. Looks a little off, but there's some paint in there. The braids are painted. These are articulated. A little bit of movement there, mostly just rotation. I think that's great. It's a really nice touch. She does have paint along the skin. The body is sculpted nicely. A little bit of paint there. You get to see a little bit of paint shading on the legs. You get to see the boots. Really no detail there. Mostly just sculpt, or all just sculpted, and a little bit of the socks. The arms look good. I like the bigger hand proportions. I think that's nice. And the overall body proportions are nice. But, yeah. So I do like the way that she looks. I just think she lacks in other departments. So taking a look at the accessories we get for her, we get a screaming head, which, gonna be honest, not a big fan of this head portrait here. The hair sculpt is different, and you can change the hair. I would be careful. These pegs are small and thin. But if you want to, do it at your own risk, but I have not had a problem with it yet. Just be careful, you know. Again, do it at your own risk. But the sculpt is nice. It's just not my thing. You do get... Sorry, we'll save that. I kind of spoiled it. You do get the open hands, flat hands. I like that. And then you get her kicking part, like her kicking effect part. So if you kind of put out the toe, you can see there's the flat end. It's kind of just like, that's pretty cool. I do like that. I like that. She doesn't have a stand like everybody else comes with. I mean, this looks great. Love that. That looks great. But she doesn't have a stand that everybody else comes with. So it's a little unfortunate. So you're going to really have to rely on your balance game or have another stand, which isn't terrible. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, whatever. I think my biggest issue with her is she lacks articulation parts that everybody else in the line, including Chun-Li, who is a, you know, character similar to her stature and proportions, had. So that's unfortunate. The head is only on a double ball peg up. Wait, am I lying? Maybe I'm going to eat my words here. Oh, I guess I am. Okay, so I'm going to take one thing back. I thought that the neck didn't have a ball joint where the neck meets the body, but it does. It just doesn't do much. So, I mean... But that's like enough, right? Yeah, I guess that's enough. I'll take that back. Yeah, that's good. But she does not have a butterfly joint. And if anybody was designed to have a butterfly joint, I feel like it would be her, but she does not have a butterfly joint. Shoulders, regardless, still go up and swivel all the way around. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that look great. And then the wrist swivel and hinge. Diaphragm joint is still really nice on her. She goes back, forward, pivot side to side, rotate. Oh, it's tight, but you can rotate up top and at the bottom. So I like that torso setup. Best torso setup. Keep that going, companies. Hips, you can get like past splits. And then this is what everybody's waiting for. Bam. You get that front split. Holy butt crack. You get to see the thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and then the boots will rotate. Gotta love some boot rotation. Ankles go down and up, and we'll pivot. So, yeah. It's not bad. Again, maybe I sound like I'm dogging on it. It's just in relation to the other characters that we've gotten thus far, this is probably the bottom for me. Now let's go ahead and take a look at old Dee Jay. Now, I don't know much about Street Fighter, and Dee Jay is not one of the main characters that sticks out in my head when thinking about Street Fighter. So I don't know much about him other than that he's the Jamaican fighter. But what I do know, or what I've heard through the grapevine, is that this is like the first real 1/12 scale figure of him. And that's pretty cool because it is a pretty nice figure. Taking a look at the head sculpt here. His really leans into that cartoony aesthetic. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I tend to like it. I think it adds some zest to the shelf. You can see the M there in the hair. I like that the gold bands are painted at the end of the braids. But, some people don't like that. But I think that's a subjective choice. There is paint shading throughout the skin tone. I love that. I think it's nice. It's subtle, but it's there, and I appreciate that. Same on the pants. There's like a little bit of over dry brush. You really cannot see it on camera. I mean, you can barely see it in person, but it is there. Get the padded like knuckle bracers, I guess. And then, of course, it says maximum on the side of his pants. And I think that's painted, actually, on mine. I got a really good copy. Just a little black dot or blue dot there. And then you get the feet. I don't know what's reuse here. I think the pants are all new. The upper torso may be reuse of somebody else. The feet may be reuse. The hands may be Ryu. I don't know. I don't really care. It looks good. As far as accessories for him, you get 2 interchangeable hands. You get the pointer finger and the thumbs like pointing to himself. I like that. That looks good. You get you get an alternate head, the yelling head. Now this one I do like. This one I like a little bit more than the Cammy one. That's pretty cool. And then you do get his little necklace, which I'm going to just put on him and leave on him. I just knocked the Cammy off the table. But, you know what? The easier way to do this is just pop off the head. But oh my God, I can't pick it up. I'm going to leave it on him. I like that it's like an actual little like beaded necklace too. That's a really, really nice touch, especially because I've seen the reviews of the SH Figure Arts Guile, and they sculpted that thing on his chest. Why would you do that? That is terrible. Ugh, whoever did that decision should be fired. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. And then finally, of course, you get his effect part, so his like uppercut. Like, I don't know how to do the exact pose, but his finisher, like, this part, like, that is pretty cool. I think it looks great. The colors look great. This does have a stand. It's on the side. So if you want to, have him kick or swipe or whatever, you can kind of angle this however you want. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. It's a nice size too. So I love that we're getting effect parts of these characters. I think that's really nice. In terms of articulation, the head will go up that far, down, pivot side to side, rotate there. Shoulder goes upwards, down, rotate 360. A fantastic butterfly joint on this guy. Really, really works nice. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then the wrist swivel and hinge. They do. Diaphragm joint is fantastic on this guy. He'll arc all the way back with no gapping. He'll go all the way forward with no gapping. He'll rotate at the waist. He's not really going to rotate up top. But pivoting, it is the best torso setup. Don't care what anybody says. Hips, also the best setup they have in the game. Forward, back. The knees are super tight on him, at least on mine. The first time was really hard, and then it'll rotate where the calf meets the pants. Ankle goes down and up. And then the only problem I have, and Guile has this problem too, I feel like I'm going to strip the peg. It's like that stuck feeling, and I hate that because like I almost always break my stuff when that happens. So I'm really not going to move his ankles because I'm scared I'm going to break it, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, there he is in all his glory. And then finally, easily my favorite figure out of the bunch, we have Guile. And he's not one of my favorite characters in the game, but I feel like he's really iconic. And this figure's a lot of fun. So taking a look at the flat top head sculpt, I think the sculpt on the hair could be a little bit more defined. It is really soft, but I guess that's what they're going for. And then the head sculpt just looks great. I love the texture on the jacket. I love his proportions. Those big, bulky shoulders. Nice set backwards. Oh, looks great. The American flags on his shoulders look awesome. That one's got a little messed up, but this one's really clean. And then I love the camo look for the pants. That is super, super nice. And the boots have some detail on them too. Again, I have that issue on him that I did with Dee Jay of like, I feel like I'm going to strip the pegs. It's like it needs to pop, you know what I mean? Like when the paint or something is stuck. I hate that feeling. I hate it. But silver on there is nice too. But other than that, he's really, really nice looking. Very, very good stuff. In terms of accessories for Guile, he's going to come with 2 interchangeable hands. So you get like the double pointing finger and this gripping hand. That is for, of course, his comb. Get that in there perfectly. Oh yeah, comb that up nicely. You do get an alternate head for him, the Angier head. Not bad, I like that. And then he also comes with a chain, but his has dog tags on them. So let's put, I gotta fix it a little bit. But if you put that in the back, boom. And that's where those will stay. I like that quite a bit. Very nice that they're like actual dog tags and actual like beaded necklace. I think that's a really, really nice touch that not a lot of companies would do. And then you get the stand, of course, for his effect part. That what the heck is that? The fridge? Ew. And this will go in there nicely. I saw some people saying that he should have had like almost like the Marvel Legends effect parts on his fist, but I think this is unique. I think that's pretty cool. So I like it. He's got some good stuff. His articulation is easily the best here. The head goes up, down, pivot side to side, and will rotate so you can get all the movement you need for him. Shoulders, despite being so big, will still reach horizontal. They'll go down and rotate. And he also has a fantastic butterfly joint. Dee Jay's might be a little bit better, but I like this. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then the wrist swivel and hinge. Diaphragm joint goes back and forward all the way. Rotate a little bit at the top, but mostly at the bottom, and some pivot. Hips go outwards this far. They'll go down, kick forward and back. Upper thigh swivel. I love the paint on the pants. Double jointed knees that go all the way. It's like they sculpted it perfectly without making it look bad. Rotation at the boot, and then the ankle goes down and up all the way. It's just that ankle. Like, it's like, I don't want to touch it. But yeah, he moves fantastically. And ankle problem aside, I just think he's the funnest to play around with. Here they are next to the NECA Toys King Kong, along with DJ Hazard's Fortnite Series 6-inch Peely. Here they are next to the McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman, along with the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Series Darwin. And finally, here they are next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends What If Series Zombie Captain America. So, some of you might be out there wondering, yo, what are your final thoughts on these figures? And I gotta say, damn it, I thought I had it. This line is still so strong, and while I may have had more complaints with this set than I have prior, that does not mean they're bad figures. This is a really, really solid set still. Guile is definitely my favorite, and I still stand that Cammy's the weakest in the whole line thus far, but I cannot reiterate enough that that does not mean she's a bad figure. Just, there's going to be a best and there's going to be a worst. That's just how it is. So my ranking is definitely Cammy, Dee Jay, and Guile. I just hope that I can fix the Guile and Dee Jay problems with the ankles, because other than that, they're pretty much perfect. So with that being said, at a price point of $25 a piece, I'm going to give a cumulative score of 8.5 out of 10 on all these guys. Nothing crazy here with these ones, but still some really good stuff. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. If you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. I post a lot on all those apps, and have a great time, so I'm sure you will too. But as always, let me know. You copping any of these? See you guys in the next one. Peace. What goes on, guys? I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them, as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.